All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it happens to be. Welcome in. My name is Michael. I am the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to the Crypt Chronicles, where we play with you guys, the wonderful audience here over at the Dead Aussie Gamer channel. Now, this is the first time I'm actually trying a audience plays game because I've never done one before. So today's game is kind of like an Easter-based one-shot that we're going to do. It's going to have a beginning, it's going to have a middle, it's going to have an end. But as we play this game, or should I say as you guys play this game, we're going to be testing out some of the mechanics. We're going to be trying to create hotkeys for the channel so that you guys can know how best to influence the game so that it's not really disruptive, that everyone can enjoy themselves in the best way possible. So that's kind of the goal of today. The goal of today is a little bit less about getting from point A to point B and more about figuring out and troubleshooting hey, what do we need to do when we start running the series? What do we need to know? What's difficult? What's not difficult? And that's kind of where we're at. So I have my stream elements up, which is going to help me out because I'm going to be able to add in commands as we go through this, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play the rules as we also go on. So let's start with some of the basics. So first of all, if someone in chat could type in !COM. This should give us up the ways to donate, similar to the way that we have our GM stuff. And let's just see if that is all working. All right, spectacular. Thank you, Temporary Oz. In our City of Mist game, you control Francis Burke, a down-on-his-luck paramedic on his adventures. You can help Francis by watching the stream and voting on the channel, or by giving him a fighting chance donating to his during his journey. $5, we gain a power-up, which gives a +1 to the next check that Francis has. $10 for a plot twist, which will draw a random plot twist from our plot twist deck. Or a flashback. Oh, I've got flashback cards too. So flashbacks actually do also give you stuff, especially in the downtime as well. $20 is juice, which gives us a good crit. And then $50 is danger, where we spawn a unique danger. Now, that's the one that I'm kind of worried about, but, I guess we'll see. There's no secret menu item here, mostly because all of this stuff is already improv very, very heavily. And I'm not putting in secret menu items just yet. Those secret menu items might include a maybe a community goal, trying to work towards a stream goal where we make a City of Mist character and then introduce it to the game. Maybe, we'll see. I'm good. Gonna run to the shops real quick for some juice before I get into this. Nice, fair enough. Well done. Go juice away. Now, first and foremost, to play this game, it's relatively simple. I'll be taking on the role of the narrator as well as the role of Francis in the terms of how he moves through the space. You guys will be determining or voting for the various actions that they can take. Now, the way that I'm going to determine this is usually by popular vote. That means to say, as we go, you guys can see the actions on the far right-hand side of your screen. Whatever gets voted for the most or whatever gets claimed for the most, that's the action we kind of take. So let's go with a very, very small exchange. Let's see how this goes. So, actually, let's get some music here. Let's set a vibe, shall we? I like vibes. Vibes are good. Here we go. I don't know if that's the vibe. Let's try again. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. I'm getting some Mean Street vibes. Okay. Also, let me know if the music is too soft or loud, because again, we're testing stuff. Okay, so our Easter campaign. Welcome to the city, a land shrouded in mist, where towering skyscrapers overlook the dark and gritty alleyways that lie below, where the people are as hard as the rain that falls upon this rather unforgiving place. You see the center of the downtown area, illuminated with the buzzing lights of the neon that make the night almost as bright as day. Even the people that walk through the streets give it the sense that it is definitely not a town that sleeps at night. The sounds of the honking from cars as they rush past, and the yelling of various streetwalkers as they catcall from the dark alleyways. It is here that our protagonist, Francis Burke, finds himself wandering the streets. He's just finished his shift at the hospital. He has said goodbye to his friend Adam and begun making the long trip home. On the way, he noticed that the bus stop that he normally uses to get back to his apartment complex has been somewhat vandalized. These very, very kind of unassuming thugs wearing leather jackets with spikes on their shoulder have taken up residence, drinking and scaring off anyone who wants to wait for their bus. This looks like more trouble than it's worth. Last time I end up taking public transport. Maybe I should get a car. Yeah, Michelle always said you should get your license. Yeah. Problems for tomorrow. Alright, at this point I would ask the audience, how do you want to get past these thugs on the bench? Do you want to, let's see, do we want to change the game? Do something that'll maybe give us an advantage in the situation? Do we want to face danger? Go up and confront these guys? Maybe get them off the bus stop and try and get them to move on? Hit them with all you got? Basically, unleash the powers of our supernatural abilities and kick their ass. Sneak around them, try to not to get noticed. Convince them to leave, either through intimidation or by telling them to shove off. Go toe-to-toe, basically come in swinging. Investigate, maybe see if we can learn something more, or take a risk. Maybe taking, maybe trying to pretend like I'm a cop and they need to move away. That could be a risky maneuver, for example. So these are the actions you guys can take. Now, let me know if you guys can't read that, because that's a very important element to the game, is you being able to read the how to play. And then what we're going to do is just say, yeah, take a vote. Judge man, self-confident, be ready. Hey, that's cool. All right. Who are these? Okay, so your character, your character Francis Burke has just seen some young thugs sitting on a bus stop that he needs to, try and go home. Judgment suggests self-confidence, be ready. Are there any other suggestions as to how Francis should get past these young hooligans? Investigate. Okay, that's an investigate call. I like that. Alright, so with that, I'm going to throw in a poll here. How to deal with hooligans. We're going to go with an investigate. And we're going to say that self-confidence and be ready. Let's go with change the game on that one. So basically, changing the game refers to yeah, we're going there like we belong there, like we're gonna ignore them, but for the most part, just be kind of firm with them. Like hopefully that self-confidence will change things up a bit. All right, take your votes and let's see what happens here. So the voting goes for 2 minutes. Anyone can take your vote as to what you would like to do. Now, keeping in mind, if you want to, we could, again, after we investigate, for example, we could change the game. Or if the change the game works, we could investigate later, There's always options. Okay, we got a couple of votes coming in. Good. That's all working. Can see that nice and clearly. I wish there was a way I can put it up on the screen for the chat. That would be cool. That would be good. Alright. Looks like we've got a winner here. right. Okay. No worries. Enjoy the rest of your day, McBluff. All right. So, it looks like we are going with changing the game. All right. So, Francis takes a deep sigh and picks up his phone from his pocket. Even though he's not on the phone with anyone, he looks at his friends list. There's a few different names here, including, of course, his manager at the hospital, his partner, Adam. He stops at a name, Michelle. He looks at it deeply for a while before moving on. His landlord. It's at that moment Francis kind of realizes he doesn't really talk to too many people. You know, maybe he'll give Adam a call. Actually, you know what? Let's do that a vote. Who would, now, in order to sell this confidence, right, he is going to call someone, or he's going to ring someone. Who to call? Adam. Michelle. Daniel, the supervisor. And landlord. Let's call him. Let's call her Tanya. Tanya, the landlord. And I'm gonna put Michelle as question mark. Michelle is a special name, but we'll see what happens there. All right. So, with the confidence of a you know, like kind of this up and bold, you know, kind of individual, he steps forward and pulls out the phone, immediately dialing one of the numbers on his keypad. Now, for changing the game, what I need from our lovely audience is, here we go. All right, changing the game. Using your abilities, you are going to try and give yourself an advantage here. We need to roll 2d6 and add whatever power tags that we have to do so. If we do succeed, we gain juice, which basically allows us to create a story tag, you know, sort of help us against other particular things, you know, so we'll have to see what happens. So, exclamation mark 2d6 to roll. And then I will roll the dice, and then we'll see whose value gets taken up. All right, so throw them out there. Exclamation mark 2d6. And fingers crossed my coding worked. Result is 5 on Judge Man. Okay, thank you, Judge Man. I'll throw one in here as well. Why not? Let's just... Result is an 11. Okay. 11's a good one. That was a great one. All right, we're calling Adam the Paramed. All right, odds and evens. Odds, we're going to go for Judgment's roll. Evens, we're going to go for my roll. Let's see what we get. Odds, that is number 5. So, Judgman, we get a 5. Now, in the game of City of Mist, the basic DC to overcome challenges is usually around a 7 or higher. So, unfortunately, we do not create a tag here, which will help us. So, as Francis approaches, the phone rings. Hey, man, what's up? I thought you left the hospital already. Yeah, no, I did. I gotta catch the bus. Just wondering if you know, you might be making your way through the downtown area. Nah, man, I can't. I'm actually just on my way to the airport. I'm expecting to see my sister coming back into town. Your sister? I didn't even realize you had a sister. At this point, Francis makes his way and goes over to the bench. He sits down. Now, as he does so, let's see if we can change the vibe here. All right. There we go. And here we go. All right. Now, as the thugs seem to be sitting over the bus stop, and Francis makes his way, sitting over to one side of the stand, the three thugs kind of look at each other, and they kind of smile with this kind of ridiculous smirk on their face. Hey, yo, check this out. Hey, old geezer! Francis, for the time being, continues to talk. Yeah, no, look, give my regards to your sister once you're there. Yeah, no, I wish that I could have helped you out. No, it's all right, dude. Like, look, thanks for covering my shift today. I appreciate it. Like it's just one of those things. Hey, you deaf old man! At this point, Francis, Adam on the other side of the line says, "You okay? Any trouble?" Nah, no trouble. You have a good night. He looks at his phone and switches it off. Now, at this point, the thugs are approaching. Or at least one of them is approaching. The other two are kind of snickering at the back with a cigarette and what looks to be something hidden in a brown paper bag. How do we want to deal with this guy approaching us? You deaf old geezer! I'm talking to you! Francis's face is illuminated by the phone in his hand. As he turns it off and places it in his pocket, the thug gets ever more closer. Now, anyone can choose an action and maybe describe something they'd like to happen. We'll add them up to the poll, and we'll see what he does. Also, hello, Fancy! And welcome back, Corblover. Welcome. Convince or face the danger. Ooh, okay, let's add these to the poll then. New poll. Thug approaches. What do you do? Convince him. Let's say convince him to back off. Let's start with that. Face danger. Prepare to defend yourself. Anything else? Any other suggestions? Now, is 2 minutes too long? Reply, I'm not old, I'm experienced. Ooh, I like that one. So we're going to go with... What does he do with that one? I'm going to go with take a risk. Goad him. So that's a good one. I like that one. Okay. All right. 2-minute poll. Hey, Laura Bones. What's up? Welcome in. 1-minute poll is the best one. Hey, Ricky. What's up? We'll try one more 2-minute one. We'll see how that goes. If it is too long, we'll make them 1-minute polls. Because, again, this is a beta test. So we're kind of testing the waters, getting a feel for how everything runs. And, yeah. Hopefully in about an hour, by the time we've gone through this little tester, we'll be able to start our campaign. So there you go. All right. So right now our hero is seated on a bench, waiting for his bus. He has tried to confidently go over after phoning his paramedic partner, a man named Adam, but the thugs don't seem to be put off by the confidence exuded by Francis. One of them is approached and is 1 minute for quick decisions, slightly longer for big decisions. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. I'm going to write that down. 1 minute. Quick decisions. 2 minutes. Big decisions. And maybe 5 minutes for, like, life-threatening decisions. You know what I mean? Like, this is a do-or-die moment, so we have to be sure. Yeah? I like that. That's a good one. All right, so where's our poll leaning? Ooh. Okay, we're just leaning into convincing him to back off. Thank you, Fancy. I'm very proud of it. I think this is one of my my better ones. Now, zoom in a bit on the play sheet. I find myself zooming into your screen to read. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let me know how that is, because ideally I want to give you guys enough for him to read. Okay. Does that help? Is that better? Let me know. Okay. Thanks, Laura. Okay, here we go. Convince him to back off and face the danger. All right, let's try a little bit of both here. So, immediately Francis rises to his feet as the thug approaches. The thug stops in his tracks and kind of like takes a defensive stance. Let's start with our convince check. I would have our audience roll exclamation mark 2d6, and let's see if we can convince him to piss off. Francis stares this thug down, glaring at him and saying, "I'm not old. I'm experienced." All right, we got a 3. Is Stream Elements having a sad? It looks like it's having a sad. Nope, there we go. 2d6. Yep, try again, Judge. Never used my rolls. Alright. I don't know why Stream Elements is as slow as it is. I feel like it's not a difficult calculation for it to be doing. Alright, so I got a 3. I got a 6. I got an 8. And is there a roll timer delay? I don't think so. Let me just double check while we do this. Well, I didn't add a delay. There might be a delay. Oh, user cooldown. Hold on, wait. Advanced setting. User cooldown. Okay, here we go. 0. Global cooldown 0. Okay. Save that. Cool. There we go. Troubleshooting. Done. I have... There is now... So give that another go. Just anyone can roll. That's okay. Just let me know if there's a delay. There we go. I threw a 7. 3. Hey, there we go. Okay, that's much better. All right. So let's see. What do we have? We've got 3, 6, 8, 7, 6, 9, 3. Okay, so we're gonna roll a d8 and see what we get. Cool. All right, 4. See, this is why we want to do the beta test. This is why we want to troubleshoot. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like a 7. And a 7 is just enough. Now, when we play City of Mist, what we're allowed to do is we're allowed to increase our check by a level of power. Now, power is something that can be donated to the stream, or it can be gained from any one of these tags, so that, if the tag makes sense. So, for example, in this case where we're trying to convince this guy to back off, we could use, let's say, local hero here, right? The local hero tag means that, he is recognizable at some point. And if we decide to use the tag, it means that this kid is going to recognize us, which is okay. It's not a bad thing. It's just kind of like it's going to play to our advantage. So we don't need to though, because we got a 7, so we're fine. So as the kid comes up and Francis turns around and says, "I'm not old, I'm experienced." You watch as the kid sort of backs off. He kind of looks over at the others and sees that they're kind of like, ooh, you know, like kind of teasing him a little. He clenches his fist and looks like he's about to start something, but at this stage, Francis is on his feet. Any opportunity to gain an edge from attacking Francis while he was sitting is now long gone. He says, hell with you, and goes back to his friends. Francis takes a moment and, catches his breath. His heart starts, it's sort of beating in his chest as, the adrenaline still passing through his body. All of a sudden, there is a loud bang. A bullet firing from nearby strikes one of the thugs. Not the one that had just spoken to you, but one of the ones next to the bus station. His arm is hit directly on, and he begins to fall down to the cold ground. Blood begins to pool at his feet. The two other thugs panic, and they immediately dart off, not even looking for where the danger is, but just kind of trying to keep their head down. What is our next move, guys? What do we want to do? We are currently standing in front of the bus stop. We don't know where the shooter is. Could be anywhere. The street is full. There are lots of people around here, and when this gun goes off, they start to panic. They start to move and run around. They are trying everything they can to desperately move away from this particular spot. As far as you can see, there are no police officers nearby. There's still cars that kind of whiz past this particular road, but yeah, what do you think? You took the Hippocratic Oath. That's good. Yeah. So that is an element of your story. You can do no harm. But let's let's be honest. Doing no harm doesn't necessarily mean getting killed on the way to do it. Duck down and go try to give aid. All right. I think everyone is currently on the page of trying to go and help. Stalker sense. Well, stalker sense is your ability to actually sense when you are being stalked. So someone is following you or someone is tracking you. We'd have to do an investigate check to figure that one out. Investigate wound and direct pressure. Okay. All right. So it looks like we've got two decisions here, which I'm going to throw out. So let's throw a quick 1 minute poll. See how this goes. So manage poll, new poll, gunshot. Option 1 is duck down and go lend aid. Option 2 is sense where the stalker where the danger is. All right, 1 minute poll on the board. There it is. Meat shield. Yep. So yeah, we got a lot of votes for taking cover and helping the dude. We got at least a vote for trying to find out where this guy's shooting from. I mean, there's no wrong answers here because, of course, if it turns out that this guy's been shot and he's still within line of fire, it might be dangerous to go and tend to him. All right. Duck down, go lend aid. Sense where the danger is. All right. Looks like lots of people want to go help. Okay. Cool. Military field medic style. Nice. Yeah, so dragging him, pulling him behind the cover rather than going out of cover to go help him. Yep, absolutely. Veer back slightly out in time. Okay, no worries. Okay. Francis quickly ducked down behind the bench. Thankfully, these benches in this area of the city are made of hard concrete, spray tagged with graffiti and the like. As you duck down, you can see that the kid is kind of trying to pull himself towards cover. On all fours, you begin to make your way over and you reach out for his hand. Quick! The thug doesn't even question what's going on. He reaches out to you with his good arm, and you help pull him to the side. As this happens, a second gunshot goes off. It hits the road near where the kid was. As you pull him down, you try to help out. Now, we have a unique City of Mist power. Now, I just simply want a yes or no. Do we want to use our power? Because here's how City of Mist works. there are people in the city that have been given granted powers from mythos, legends and stories and lore, and they have granted supernatural abilities to characters like Francis Burke. These characters are called rifts. Now, normally people who do not have powers are known as the sightless, and they cannot see when rift powers activate. However, a rift can tell when another rift is using abilities. So, for example, Francis Burke has the ability to process any biological information rapidly simply by looking at his subject. He can perform an entire mental body scan and be able to tell exactly where in the body the bullet is, what it's doing, what nerves it's pushing down on. He can do a bunch of stuff like that. But, of course, there is a visual element. His eyes take on this blackish-green hue as he does so, which only would appear to people who are rifts. So, who do you think we should use our powers to help him, or do you think we should just try and help him with the good old-fashioned, military triage style? Why would they not want other rifts to know? Some rifts are competing against one another. So, for example, if you have a rift that has a personal grudge, for example, the Big Bad Wolf definitely does not get along with Little Red Riding Hood and the Three Little Pigs, for example. Quite the opposite, actually. The Big Bad Wolf is hunting them. So, yeah, enemy rift users are around, and if there's story elements involved, they could be a danger. Now, Francis actually doesn't know who his mythos is. He's still not quite certain. Piecing bits together. But whether or not he wants to use his powers is up to you. Normal-wise. So I've got a couple of normals. I don't see anyone wanting to use the power yet, so that's perfectly fine. So, what I need from everyone is I need 2d6 to change the game. We are going to try and remove the injured tag from this kid. We are going to give ourselves the boost of our medical training. I'm going to say we have the medical supplies, so we're going to boost that one up. So we're going to get a +2 on whatever we roll. And we need to get a 7 to help him out. All right, I got 1, 2, 3. You guys have to figure out or guess what the mythos is. Yes, it's a mystery. Or at least I'm aiming it as a mystery. 4. If we can get 2 more, that'd be awesome. Let's see if we can. 5. Anyone else? All right, let's go. That's a low number. That is 1. So who was first? That was Judgeman with an 11. All right. So an 11 is actually really good. Not only is an 11 a success, an 11 is a great success. Great success is like a critical hit known as dynamite. So as you move over and attempt to heal him, you've seen gunshot wounds before. You lift up his body and he kind of like, oh, my arm. Oh, God, I'm going to die. Thankfully, in your investigation, the bullet passed straight through. It needs a little more than some pressure and obviously he needs to go and get himself to hospital, but for the time being, his life is not in danger. You quickly apply pressure and, almost instinctively pull out your phone and begin to dial 911. 911, what's your emergency? Hi, yeah, no, this is, I'm on the corner of 3rd and Main. I need help. A kid's been shot. Hold, please. Are you or the victim in danger? You hear the sound of another gunshot. Yes, we're in danger. Please, let's send police and ambulance. Just stay on the line. Francis tries to hold on, but obviously the gunshots continue to come. Now, you are currently behind cover, and the shooter doesn't seem to have a bead on you. People have now cleared out this area of the streets, and even the cars have stopped coming. As bullets start to fly, what is our next course of action? Francis puts down the phone and says, okay, what do we do here? You begin to look around. Not too far away from the bus stop is a mailbox. It's made of iron. Definitely could take a few bullets. There's a couple of parked cars across the road as well. You're fairly confident from the direction of the shooter that they're on the same side of the street as you, just kind of firing from one of the alleyways nearby. You don't know what the elevation is. They could be up on one of the what do you call it? The fire escapes, or they could be shooting from like just on the street itself, and making their way towards you. You haven't popped your head out to have a look yet. All right, we have an investigate. Anyone else want to suggest what we should do? Ambulance on the way. Investigate. Oh, well, let's go with locate shooter. Sneak around. Are we able to use our divination to predict the bullet's path? Yes, we are. We are able to do so. Now, traditionally, it would mean that we'd get an advantage if we were being shot at. So we can go and try to face the danger, but that would be like trying to move over to it. So we don't need to do that just yet. So basically when we get shot, we can avoid harm and then get the bonus from that. Investigate, see if the shooters can be pinpointed. Okay, so try and locate the shooter and try to sneak around. All right, let's give it a go. 1 minute poll up on the board. Ambulance is on the way. What do we want to do? All right, some votes already in, coming in for locating the shooter. Francis takes a few deep breaths. Okay. Hey kid, you're gonna be fine, okay? You're gonna be okay. Just keep pressure here. Hold down. And he watches the kid kind of holds the tourniquet that you've kind of not tourniquet, what do you call it? Like the gauze that's like on his shoulder now. He kind of puts pressure on it. He says, "Yeah, just keep as much pressure on that as you can, okay? I'll be right back." No, man, no, you can't leave me like this. It's like, I'll be right back, okay? Just stay calm. You watch as Francis makes his way towards the edge of the bus stop. The gunshots seem to have stopped for now. Maybe he's reloading. You close your eyes, and then you open them. Your eyes take on this blackish hue. You then turn and look around the corner. We are going to make an investigate check. So, because we're investigating, we are going to get our stalker sense. Someone is hunting us, so we get a bonus. In addition, no, that'll probably be it. Yeah, so we only get a +1. So roll 2d6, and then we'll add 1 to whoever wins the result. Let's see what happens. All right, we got a 2, a 4, a 10, a 3, a 2, a 3. Oh, we got to pray for that 10. All right, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm going to roll a d6. Here we go. 5. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so to try and investigate, we poke our heads around the corner. Let's see. Your investigation exposes you to danger. Which means that, we are going to get shot at. So as we poke our head around the corner, a bullet flies in our direction. Now, there are some things that we can do here. We can complicate things. As the GM, I'm able to complicate things, but I don't want to. I feel like it's pretty complicated now. So we are now facing the danger as we are about to get shot. So we are going to make another 2d6 challenge to face the danger, and we are going to apply our predict action, which is a +1. And you know what? I'll also add stalker sense because that'll allow us to be able to sense where they are and sense the bullet trajectory. Roughly. So 2d6. Throw them out in chat. Let's see how we go. So as Francis sticks his head out from behind the bus, the bullet rings yet again. You see the flash of a muzzle coming from the nearby alleyway. A large individual who seems to be wearing a trench coat and a trilby hat, seems to be taking a pot shot in your direction. All right, we got a few ones here. And thank you for the follow, Resgain. Welcome to the Crypt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we have 5 results here. Let's see what we get. That is a 2. That is an 11. That is dynamite, which is awesome. So that is a critical success. So as you see the explosion, the bullet flies in your direction. Immediately your mind splinters and you watch the drop of the bullet. You can kind of measure the curvature of the wind, and you know that the best thing for you to do is to actually lift your head up, and as you do so, the bullet passes just by your chin and narrowly avoids having taken off your cheek, and you're basically just hitting you across the face. As you dodge it, you quickly make a beeline, running for the mailbox, which is nearby, before the second shot can ring. Now, at this point, you can hear the sounds of sirens. The figure from inside the alleyway stops firing and immediately begins to take flight, running into the darkness. All right. At this stage, what do we want to do? The sounds of the alarms are getting closer, both sirens from the police and ambulance. Run to cover, chase. Run to cover under the shooter. Okay, yeah, so you're trying to get towards the building where the shooter is. Take a risk. Okay, yeah, we can take a risk. We can take a risk. Okay. Let's do a vote then, shall we? Here we go. The shooter is running. What do you guys want to do? We are going to chase. Stay in cover. Try to get a good look. Examine scene of the crime. All right. Cool. We got a few options here. All right, we're gonna give that a. I think we'll give that a 1 minute one. Yeah, that's a 1 minute one. There we go. All right. No, yeah, you will have time to examine the scene of the crime before the police arrive as well, just so you guys know. Stop that, you. All right, here we go. Do we get a feel for what type of bullet? I'd say it's a 9mm, so it's a small handgun. I'd say you would have noticed that as you know, you kind of got a good look at the bullet. It's definitely not a sniper rifle. All right, try to get a good look. Okay, we're going to try and get a good look at this guy. Roll 2d6 and see if we can actually see what his face looks like. I don't think any of our abilities are going to give us that that look. (2d6). Okay, we got a 9, a 10, a 9, an 11. Oh wow. Okay, if we get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, cool. We got 6 results here. I'm gonna roll the dice. We got lots of crits, so let's find out what happens here. That's a 6. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no way. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's an 11 from Secondhand Samurai. All right. So, as you get a look, you do indeed get a good look at this individual. Their face appears to be that of a woman wearing a kind of a gray trench coat. She has sunglasses on her person and looks kind of like this. Almost like one of the thugs, but I don't know, a little bit more soldier of fortune than street gangster. But that's what you see. You've never seen this woman before in your life, and you're fairly certain that it is not the last time you will see her. All right. And that is the end of that scene. Okay, so troubleshooting. How do we find that exchange? Was that a good exchange? I'm taking in feedback now. We'll start our big story in like half an hour, but how do we feel that ran? Did that run okay? Did that actually seem to flow nicely? Was there too many pauses? What do you guys think? Are the commands easy enough to understand? Can you read all the stuff? You know, all the things. This is where we're making sure that everything's going to be good for our big campaign. Sounded good? Yeah, think it flowed well. Cool, sweet. Thank you. Can read all the stuff? Great, even better. Polls are easy to read. Nice, good. All right. Like that. Good chance for chat to roll and make decisions. Good poll time. Okay, good. Okay, cool. I'm a first timer, was able to follow along. Great, fantastic, Coral. And if you're a first timer, welcome in. Nice to see you and nice to have you along. All right. If it's busy rolling, you could add the username in. How do I add the username in so it can be tracked back? Oh yeah, that's a good choice. How do I do that on Twitch? Because that's a good idea. I do like that. I might put which card is a tag, which is a power. People might know them from just the color. Okay, so all the words like underneath the italicized, you know, in quotes, everything below that are the tags that we have. So everything there. Can't remember stream elements. I'll look into it. I'll look into how to do that in stream elements right now. Yeah, so everything below the exclamation marks are the tags that we can apply. The purple card is our superpowers, and these cards are our logos. So this is kind of like the abilities that we get from, you know, having a good grasp of who we are in this world. Do we say what classes are? What classes as a historical site? I think we classed historical sites as like anywhere of historical value. So graveyards, cemeteries, museums, you know, those kind of locations. So we're familiar with these kind of locations and things. Okay, so let's just take a quick look here. Stream elements. Can we add usernames to our dice rolls? Okay, here we go. This is it. It is $sign user bracket. Okay. So if I say here, okay, done. All right, give that a go. So somebody try rolling a 2d6 for me right now, and let's see if that works. Fancy unicorn rolls their 2d6 and scores a 5. Nice. Nice. Okay, that works. Okay, great. Any other feedback? Anything else we can throw into into this before we kick off? Otherwise, I'm happy to start early. I mean, I was kind of expecting a little bit more like, oh no, we've got lots of stuff to work on and do. Do feel free to throw in anything, literally anything. Like if you're like, hey, I'd like to focus on more narrative and story and have that be the major part of it, or hey, I kind of really like the combat. Let's look at combat more. You know, anything at all. Please feel free to say stuff. Otherwise, we'll get going. We'll start. We'll do our campaign. We'll get this going right now. Gotta hide Easter baskets. It was fun. No worries. We'll hopefully see you around. Please enjoy and have a happy Easter. You can do anything about the annoying Aussie bloke. Thank you, Laura. All right. So I'd like to see how the relationships and events can be applied. Okay, yeah, I think that'd be a kind of a cool one, which we can focus on there. I'd like to see how the combat works, but I'm happy with a mixed in general. All right, I think with combat, we need to kind of look at how we can function in combat. Because right now, we actually have nothing to help with combat. So if you want to guide Francis to getting better with weapons and stuff, maybe after the events of today, he goes out and buys a gun. That could definitely be an element to what we do as well. So, yeah. Let's focus on that. I'm going to reset the stream real quick, and we'll get going straight out the gate, shall we? I think that's a good idea. All right, let me just reset this real quick, and we'll be back in like give it 5 minutes, right? So go grab a drink, grab some water, and yeah, we'll be right back. Okay.